Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new video. Today we are back in Soulstone survivors. We have another blacksmith video for you. I thought of a really funny idea. What can the blacksmith do with a single level? Can we beat the Sigil of the Void at level 1? Now you're probably wondering, Broken, how do you stay at level 1? Well, in the settings, which I've had all the time, there's something called auto level up. If you disable this, the game will automatically store all your level up. So our character won't stay at level 1, but we will not be leveling up during the actual game. So what we're going to be doing is we're running Devastating Blow for the additional crit. Luckily, the blacksmith gets 98% critical strike chance. Actually, if we go to our weapon and we level it up, we can even get better stats. So I actually can upgrade the weapon once at least, so we get additional stats, which is good. So level 28 weapon over there. We're running advanced tactics for brittle because it's going to come in handy with the weapon we're going to be using. We use extra help for +1 to summons because that's literally double our damage. And then we got elemental power because we are going to be running electrified, and 200% multiplier damage is going to come in handy. Now, I don't know how we can do this. I'm going to try it at a later stage on a higher sigil, like sigil +11. But for now, we're going to do it on the Sigil of the Void, and we're going to try beat up the Void King. So we got ourselves Blacksmith Surge, and the next thing we're going to need is the Soul Core MK5. Now, the reason we go Soul Core and not the Arcane Weaver's weapon is because we can't actually get any additional stats, and because of that, even this, it doesn't matter which boss we fight, because actually we're not going to be able to pick up their passives. And the only reason that we take Soul Core over the Arcane Staff is because Arcane Staff needs Area of Effect to become more powerful than Soul Core. And because we don't have that, we got to just do the best we can with this. So you can see we do a lot of damage. I am able to do +11. I've done the first wave, I guess, like the first objective, to see if we had the power to defeat things. Don't even need to worry about that again. We're not going to be leveling up. We're literally just going to be running around, doing the objectives, trying to get to the Sigil of the Void. And I haven't tried this. I haven't practiced it. I haven't, like, usually I practice my weird and wonderful ideas to see if they are viable and even work. But I thought this one would be quite fun to just try and see if it worked, you know, just saw out of the blue. One thing we do have to try and do is maybe stay away from the Lords of the Void, the Shadow Lords of the Void, because we don't want to make things harder for ourselves, and it's going to be a lot easier to defeat enemies, plain enemies or elite enemies, than it is to defeat those Lords of the Void. Sometimes they're harder than the actual bosses themselves as well, so that's why. Just, okay, well, here we go. We get some Shadow Lords of the Void spawning. It is only a 2 objective one, so as you can see, they do melt pretty quickly, which is fine. But like I mentioned, we level 25, so our level doesn't stay at level 1, but we do not use our level ups. So by technicality, we are staying level 1. Only 2 skills, they all stay at level 1, and let's see what happens. We're going to go and fight Brokenth now. Remember, it does get harder with each vial that we gain. So, I don't know if we do enough. We should be able to, because like I said, we were doing this on a Sigil +10, which is a lot more multiplier. So we should be able to finish it based on that, being able to finish the first Lord, the first Titan on a Sigil +11 might be the same as going to, you know, the Void King on Sigil +0. So we'll see. The damage is looking pretty good so far. We just need to pick that up, and it should open up the portal. Luckily, we don't have to pick up any passives or level up in order to go through the portals. And then we'll just do Aranak and Brokenth. Both of them are very easy fights. There's no point in doing... We can do Felipox maybe even as well, and even Fade... Oh no, Fadum's actually quite a difficult fight. But yeah, you can already see things are taking a little bit longer to defeat, because like I mentioned, as soon as you get the vials, they gain more HP. So they do become a little bit harder to defeat. And that's why we went for a different way of doing this. So we took a Weapon Expert, which allowed us to get ourselves Blacksmith Surge, and then we grabbed Efficient Extraction, and that allowed us to get, not Efficient Extraction, Unconventional Start, and that allowed us to start with a summon of our choice, as well as with Blacksmith Surge, which gives us Electrified. And that's the whole reason we go Elemental Power, because that gives us a 200% increased damage boost for Electrified. And we've also got Radiance because of the MK5, as well as its damage stacking off of Brittle, and that's why we go for Advanced Tactics. And also, just for additional damage, we go for +1 extra help, so we've got 2 of them. Usually you only get +1 in the very beginning, and because we can't level up, we need 2 of them. We go for that to give ourselves 2 of them. I mean, we should be able to hit, normally we hit what, level 70 maybe? No, maybe it's higher in this game mode. I don't actually know what level we usually are by the time we get to the Void King. That is a very interesting concept, actually. Okay, ooh, this could be a hard one. We just got to stay next to our summons and we should be fine. I don't think it's about staying alive. That should be very easy. It's more about just defeating everything in a timely manner. So obviously we're not one-shotting things like we usually could by now if we leveled up. But still doing pretty darn good amount of damage, in my opinion. Remember, the tankier an enemy is, also the more stacks of Brittle we're going to apply to them. So we might be able to do this. And we use the Blacksmith because he has the highest base stats in the game. Like I mentioned, I mean 95, we got 199 damage, 95 critical strike chance, 448 critical damage, cast frequency, some area, 91 multicast, like just really, really good base statistics on the character, which makes it a lot easier to do this. I did think, oh, maybe it would be better on another character where you start off with a different skill and then you can run Soul, like something else, like whatever other skill you wanted. Maybe do Dinosaurs and there do the Tyrant because it scales off of fire, or the Putrid Hounds with poison. Just doesn't do the same amount of damage. Maybe Putrid Hounds could do this as well, actually. Thinking about how their damage works and poison stacking between all the other enemies. But the problem with that is Putrid Hounds isn't a standard or weapon skill. So there's no way to get Putrid Hounds and one of the weapons for the Blacksmith. But for something like that, maybe you could do it at like a level 2 versus on another character. But as you can see, the Blacksmith can do this at level 1. I don't know how the Corrupted Void Hunt is going to go. That's going to be quite a hectic one. But so far it's going so good. They do have Cunning. Yep, they do have Cunning as well, so we don't have to worry about them hitting the right enemies. They are going to be hitting everything they need to be for us to complete the objectives as quickly as possible as well, which is fantastic. There we go. +3 over here to get us to 10. There's another +3 and then a +2, so there's already enough. We've got 8 objective points to do in a row to get to the next Titan fight. And we just do easy Titans. We'll just do Broken than Aranak. There's no real point to make it more of a struggle than what it already is. Funny enough, we have done this. Ooh, I wasn't paying attention there. That was close. Funny enough, we have actually done something like this before on, not for Overlord, but for like a high curse. I can't remember what curse level we did do it on, but we did do it on a curse level before Titan Hunt was brought into the game. So we did a level 1 Dungeon of Despair, max curse I think it was, which was pretty fun, pretty interesting. We've also done a do not move challenge in the game before as well, where we beat the game without moving, which you not Titan Hunt because you'd have to move, but again it was a normal Void Fields run. But even doing so, you know, if you think about it, how hard is it to beat the game without moving at all? It was quite interesting. Unfortunately, after me and another player did it, Misa, after me and Misa actually did that, I know the developers nerfed the way we were doing it. So there was a problem with one of the characters at the time. that made them very strong whenever they got hit. So that got nerfed quite a bit, and their defenses in that aspect actually got changed. Alright, we go to Aranak again, and this is the final one before the Corrupted Void Hunter. I don't know how this is going to go, it's going to be very interesting. But nonetheless, there is still damage being done, quite a lot as well, so that's really good. I think it's because we've got Brittle, we've got Radiance, we've got Fragility, we've got Electrified. So we do have a decent amount of damage coming from everything.
If the Chaos Walker's watching, I bet she's smiling.
It's all about whether or not I am good at dodging red circles, that's all. Let's see. Oh man, there's like no damage being done to them. This is why you need to do the normal... Okay, something's doing damage. I think this boss fight's going to take a really long time then. Aranak. Oof. I don't have enough dodges or movement speed for this. They're slowly being whittled down, which is fine. I need to... By the way, you can use pillars to protect yourself from certain attacks as well. Okay, one is down. I don't even know which one got taken down. Not that it matters, but they're slowly getting damaged more and more. There's another one down. All the ass is going to disappear now at least, which is good. There's another boss down. And there we go. Okay, that took a really long time, but at least we didn't lose any HP. So that's a good thing. I think doing things like this is really good for learning attacks and how to move and when to move. Another really good way of learning all of that is playing the Paladin and using her Ascension. Because the Paladin's Ascension is weird and wonderful. It requires you to have very good movement in terms of where you go and when you go there. So very good to have when you're trying to do specific things, in my opinion. So if you want to learn good movement in that, you can play and use the Paladin, a very good way to teach you.
A few more bits and the Titan will be mine.
Okay, every time we level up we do get life back, so we do have to remember that. I'm going to keep that 3 for the very end. We'll just keep going for now. We need this and then another 1. And as you can see, normal objectives, like I mentioned, are going to be a lot easier. Gosh, I got stuck there. So we're going to just make sure we don't have any Lords of the Void that we need to beat up, because we don't want to be in that situation again. Alright, no more Lords of the Void. Just a very angry spider that we got to beat up. But the good thing we went for Aranak last, because in terms of difficulty, I think Aranak is actually the easiest boss to fight. So we're actually in a very good position here. It's just about the Corrupted Arcane Weaver that might be a little bit more difficult. But let's see what happens. I mean, it looks like it's going down faster than the Lords of the Void went down, which is quite crazy. A nice thing as was, we don't actually have to stand close to the boss, because the summons have cunning, and because we don't really want to be slowed down, we're just gonna stay away from these spider webs. But yeah, that actually went really, really nicely. We just need to now do the Lord of the Void and see what happens there. Also, time-wise, the fact that we're at level 1 is absolutely crazy. I am surprised we made it this far, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I have to say, is the fact that I mean, look how slow we are.
Blood on my boots. Great.
133 levels, by the way. which doesn't make sense because we only level 100. How? How? Guys, I think we found a bug. How do we have 133 points, but we only level 130? Oh, it's because we got the four tartan passives. Never mind.
I still owe the king a crack on his head.
So we got the tartan passives as well, count towards the Q. We don't do any damage. Okay, we do. I was like, why is nothing taking damage? But it is. I think having electrified here actually does a lot for us. So luckily we've got electrified. I think that's doing a big thing for our damage. We did manage, that was a 4, so that was actually really good because that went down very slowly. Luckily it wasn't a boss fight. I think if we do a 2 boss fight, we should be fine. I don't think they've been given a lot of attack speed, only 20%, so it should be fine. I've won rounds where they've had attack speed of like 1,000 plus, so... Oh, that's bad, but it is what it is. I did not expect to have those circles explode at that very moment in time. We need to focus on one of them though, not both of them. I don't know what hit me there. We might lose one life. It's not the end of the world. But it is unfortunate.
Am I immortal?
Looks like his attack, his flamethrower was hitting us even though we're outside of the range of it. So I don't know how that's working. But it looks like we have to be a little bit further away from it. Which is crazy unfair, if you ask me. Can he please just be defeated? Holy moly. I mean, this is worse than the Aranak and the corrupted Void Hunter is going to be. Can you just get defeated? Finally, no more fire. There are a lot of enemies around as well, which are making things a little bit more difficult for us to not focus on the boss, because the boss is being focused, but it's for us ourselves, for the electrified and things like that. Although maybe it's a good thing because it bounces between the two of them. Just trying to see. Ow. I got caught on the statue, it looks like. Alright, even if it's a +2, do not do Void, the Lords of the Void. It just takes forever. Alright, finally. Holy moly. I will happily do those +1s as long as they're not bosses. Nope. That is a boss. Change your plan. The game's going to do me dirty, isn't it? I'm going to get 3 objectives in a row that are going to be bosses or something. I can feel it. The game is about to do us real dirty.
One void fragment.
Yo, that was a 1 only. We've only done 7 out of the 15. But as long as these aren't void... Okay, good. It's not. Although, to be fair, these aren't any better. Actually, they are. Tentacles seem to be defeated very quickly. Yeah, okay, tentacles go down very, very quickly. That's great. Okay, doesn't help getting the little goblin there because we need... that gives us a little bit of life. I have to slowly run all the way to the other side. Only for it to be a void. Oh my goodness, okay it was. Yep, no, we're being done dirty over here. This is exactly what we didn't want to happen. And let me guess, this is also a void king. Yep, nothing we can do about it. We have to do a fight. Why is it always prophetess and someone with a laser? Okay, so they are being defeated a lot quicker this time. Not because they are stronger, but because, well, it is actually because they are different objective amounts. So the +1s are fine to do as the corrupted, the Shadow Lords of the Void. So doing +1s for them is actually fine. That's perfect. They get defeated in a reasonable amount of time. Although, why are we not hitting them right now as much? There we go. Okay, we can do the +1s then. That's perfect. We'll go do this other one down here. That will put us on 11. Oh man, this has been a struggle, guys. It's taken us nearly 9 minutes just to get to the Corrupted Void Hunter. Oh no, we are not in a good place. Okay, this one needs to be defeated first. Okay, we lost our other life. That's definitely not good. I maybe should have known better. Being in a corner like that, we should not have come here. Come on, quickly get rid of her so we can move. Okay, thank you. I am stuck on a wall because I'm looking at my map instead of focusing on what's in front of me. We can't do that one. There are so much tank here. We need to go do the +1s, hoping that it's not Void Hunters again. I mean, Lords of the Void. Okay, it's not. That's good. Where is the last one? There we go. Hello, you guys are supposed to have planning. Why are you not going for the tentacles? Thank you so very much on doing your job properly. Alright, the last 4 are down here. We just gotta hope there's no void. Void Hunter. I keep saying Void Hunter. Okay, that one is. I want to cry. Alright, this one isn't. That's great news. Which means we just have to do a +1. So, you know, out of every time I've hoped for never getting the +1 with the Void Presence, this is one of those times where I hope we get the +1 with the Void Presence, where we don't have to do anything but run around in a circle. But no, it gave us a +2, and I'm gonna assume it's gonna be a boss fight. If it is, we'll go for the one at the very left over there because of space. Oh, it's not. RNG saved us. I have no idea if we're going to beat the Corrupted Void Hunter.
soon, Your Majesty.
We made it in 21 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I did not expect this. My fingers are sore
Into the line, boy.
from just trying to survive. It doesn't work so well. But here we go. I don't know if we're going to win this. I have no idea if we can. If we do enough damage. 81 million life. Okay, yeah. Nope. When we do mistakes like that, we're definitely not going to win anything. Although, it is dying. So as long as we don't make another mistake and we actually level up and don't take chip damage. No, no, get out of the circle. Come on. I want to at least make it to the Void King. Yes, we did it. Okay, okay, we've got the Void King, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I don't think we...
Bring me the
I mean, the Void King's easier than the Corrupted Void Hunter though, isn't he? No, he's not. Okay, we got the laser beams on our faces. Oh, he takes no damage.
Your predecessors lasted longer than this.
No, he has too much HP. Okay, guys, this is doable, but it's going to take like years for us to finish. I just want everyone to know that it is very possible. Maybe if I was a better gamer. But the fact that we made it all the way to the Void King, I think is something amazing in my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think about that down in the comments.
Your soul is now
We lost too many lives along the way. But yeah, it takes too long. They've just got too much HP. You can definitely do this on Sigil of the whatever up to Sigil of the Void, so before this one. But yeah, they just land up getting way too much life. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.